It has become all too clear in recent years that natural disasters are happening more often and causing more destruction. Layer a global pandemic on top of a historic Atlantic hurricane season, and communities globally are struggling to withstand the impacts. But when disaster strikes, businesses are among the first to lend a helping hand, which was even more evident this year. I'm Brooks Nelson, and I lead the Community Resilience and Disaster Response portfolio at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation. Here at the Foundation, my mission is to work with the private sector throughout the life cycle of disaster. This includes engaging corporations in social impact initiatives that support vulnerable communities, as well as communities that have been impacted by a disaster. The three finalist nominees this year stand out for their commitment to build strong, vibrant, and resilient communities, and starting with those that are the most vulnerable. They use their scale and resources to deliver much needed aid and hope, and they mobilize their expertise to help with long-term recovery efforts. Day in and day out, these companies work to integrate resilience. So the next time a disaster strikes, communities have what they need to quickly get back on their feet. The companies vying for this year's Disaster Response and Community Resilience Program Award are Anheuser-Busch, GAF, and Goldman Sachs. Before we reveal the 2020 winner, let's learn more about their impact.
The finalists for the 2020 Best Disaster Response and Community Resilience Program Award are Anheuser-Busch. In response to COVID-19, Anheuser-Busch pivoted several brewery operations to produce hand sanitizer and transformed its supply chain to deliver it to those who need it most. Anheuser-Busch leveraged partnerships with the American Red Cross and local governments to get the product delivered to frontline first responders. Since April, Anheuser-Busch has provided 500,000 8-ounce bottles of sanitizer to emergency management agencies, food banks, and healthcare systems in 20 states and in Washington, D.C. GAF. GAF is committed to supporting disaster preparedness and community resiliency across the country through its Community Matters social impact initiative. In 2017, GAF partnered with nonprofit Good360 to strengthen communities impacted by natural disasters. To date, GAF has donated $3.3 million in roofing products to vulnerable families in need, including those impacted by Hurricanes Harvey, Florence, and Michael. The company also provides shipping, warehousing, and employee volunteerism to help communities rebuild following natural disasters. Goldman Sachs. In response to COVID-19, Goldman Sachs has committed to deploying $775 million in lending capital and grants through its small business stimulus package. Goldman Sachs was able to reach over 15,000 small businesses employing more than 87,000 people, with 33% located in low-income communities. The Goldman Sachs Foundation also enhanced its long-standing 10,000 Women and 10,000 Small Businesses programs, created an emergency coaching program for small business owners, and an online hub with tips and advice.
And the winner is GAF. Congratulations to GAF for winning the 2020 Best Disaster Response and Community Resilience Program Award.
Wow. Thank you very much to the Chamber Foundation. You know, on behalf of GAF's 3,800 employees, we could not be more proud to accept this award. And we're truly humbled to accept it in a category that features such groundbreaking work, you know, with COVID by Anheuser-Busch and Goldman Sachs. Truly remarkable work. You know, through the Community Matters program, we're committed to taking the long view on disaster response. Our intentions are to provide support, you know, throughout the entire disaster continuum, from preparedness to rebuild, while remembering that disaster recovery continues long after the news cameras are gone, And while some disasters never even make the headlines to begin with. But really, none of this is about the recognition, but it is great validation for the hardworking teams that are working behind the scenes to ensure the right products and resources are getting to the right place at the right time. And we're grateful to work with a number of world-class organizations in this pursuit, including Team Rubicon and Habitat for Humanity. And of course, Good 360. Good 360 is an organization that is setting the bar with respect to resilient disaster response. And so we're grateful for their having nominated us for this award. And we're also honored to be able to share this moment with them. And so with that, I'd like to turn the virtual floor over to Matt.
Well, thank you, Andy. I'm very proud to represent Good 360, who's the global leader in product philanthropy and purposeful giving. And really, really thankful of the partnership that we have with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation. Thank you very much, Brooks and Mark. The thought leadership is excellent. And GAF, there's a reason why GAF has been around since 1886. That reason is they always do the right thing all the time, even when no one's looking. And that is personified for what they do with disaster recovery. Long after the donations wane, long after the cameras go, they're there making sure that the community is going to be rebuilt correctly and being built resiliently for the long term. And I just wanted to say thank you for the partnership, Andy and GAF. And I know the citizens of Cedar Rapids, Iowa are very appreciative of GAF, since without them, that community would have been forgotten a long time ago. So congratulations, GAF, and we're proud to be partners with you.
Thank you, Matt.